Welcome everyone to this detailed look at the court cards. I already uploaded my video that introduces you to the court cards, so I would say before you watch this video, you should watch that one so that you understand what I'm talking about here. Now, we will go through each card and it's going to be intense. So get ready. Probably you want to have a deck of cards with you, search out the court cards and look at each card as I'm talking about this. I will illustrate what I'm talking about with the Mucha Tarot from time to time because I think honestly this has some of the best court card representations as far as Rider-Waite-Smith goes. I like them better than the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, I have to say. So it's a very expressive deck, so I'm going to use those to illustrate. Now, as always, we are going to go through the cautionary and the encouraging aspects of each cards. I don't want to say positive and negative. I want to say cautionary and encouraging aspects so that you have a deeper understanding of what these cards mean in a spread. Now, we are going to start with the suit of wands. First up, we have the Page of Wands. So I said before that the pages are about learning through practical experience and that they embody earth energy. What this means is that in the suit of wands, the earth energy that is inherent in the page combines with the very intense fiery energy of the wands. So in this case, if this card comes up, it can mean that you are still unsure or you still need to learn and to gain trust in your creative ability, in your inspiration, in your spiritual journey, because that's what the wands represent. It can also be a call to figure out where to put your creative energy and your inspirations, how to handle your impulses, how to handle how you proceed creatively with your projects or how you start creative projects. That's what the Page of Wands can be about. And it doesn't matter whether you are writing, making music, painting, any way of expressing yourself, that is what the Page of Wands sort of signifies. And in the card here, you can see this volcano in the background erupting already, this inspiration, creativity, passion. But in the foreground, the page looks kind of undecided where to invest their energy. So this can be a sign that you need some guidance in order to know where to invest the impulsive energy that you feel right now. So gaining confidence in your dreams, trusting in your own vision, following impulses into a state of exploration and discovery, starting a new creative venture, all of this is something that the Page of Wands is about. And it can also be about enlisting the help of someone who will help you harness your creativity in new ways. Now let's talk about the Knight of Wands. This is double fire energy because, as I said in the intro video, the Knights are associated with fire energy, and now we have the Knight of Wands, which is also fire energy. So we have a very intense card here, as you can imagine. Now, my favorite formulation that is actually from the guidebook of the Mucha Tarot is that the Knight of Wands goes where nobody else dares tread or dares to set foot. So this means that he embodies very, very brave action, very intense action in a lot of ways. And moving on your impulses, in a way where you don't question yourself, that is sort of the energy that the Knight of Wands embodies. It's pure self-confidence, as so often with the Knights. And here it is self-confidence in your creative ability, in your creative vision, or in your spirituality. So here we have the evolved state of the page. We have the Knight who knows what he wants and who knows how they can get it and moves on that without questioning themselves. Knights rarely question themselves, and I said this before that this can be their downfall. And of course, with fire energy, we have a destructive element here where they can either destroy themselves or possibly even others because they so intensely go after what they want and intensely believe in their creative vision. This is the cautionary element of the card. So since the fire is potentiated in this card, the blind actionism of the knight is also accelerated or is also emphasized. So jumping blindly where he cannot see where he's going, that's what you're seeing in this card in the Mucha Tarot. Just jumping over the next hill, going for it without questioning yourself. Can be good, can be not good. It really depends on the position in the spread. Now, the Queen of Wands. She is an absolute favorite of many, many tarot readers because obviously water and fire, because the queens are water energy, wands are fire energy, because water and fire are absolute pure alchemy. It's pure creation. So with the Queen of Wands, we have this matron of creativity, this queen of the arts. That is basically what happens when you combine emotion and inspiration, because you have the water energy, which is more emotional, intuitive, and you have the fire energy, which is able to move on things, which is able to bring creative ideas into being. So any sort of heart-centered creation, that is the realm of the Queen of Wands. And nurturing your own as well as other people's creative abilities or creative ways of expressing themselves, that is what this card represents. So it can be a call to trust your abilities, nurture your creative abilities, because you've already mastered a lot, or even of supporting other people in their creativity as a figure of inspiration. And here also we have spirituality, whatever really lights your soul on fire, whatever brings you pleasure, this queen supports it, this queen nurtures it. Now, what is she not about? Because she has essentially two elements, water because of the queen and fire because of the wands. So what is she missing? Let's look at that. She's missing earth energy, sort of, even though the queens have sort of mastered all four elements, but they are more experts in their two elements. With the missing of earth energy, we have intense bursts of energy and of creativity versus more consistent efforts, which means that the Queen of Wands is not about busy work. She is about very targeted, very effective action. What she does has full on effect. She's not about, planning her day hour by hour, then working through it and being consistent. That's not really her energy. And then secondly, she's missing air energy, which means there's no logical, structured approach. So with the missing air and earth, we are missing a bit of structure, but it's replaced by very intense, intuitive wisdom and creative wisdom as well. Working impulsively, working quickly and intensely, but not necessarily conscientiously, that's what the Queen of Wands is about. And it entirely, as I said before, depends on the context of the spread, whether this is a warning for you or an encouragement for you to work in more impulsive ways. So this can be like, hey, follow your impulses, or it can be like, whoa, look out. Be a bit more structured. You have those great impulses and they can go somewhere, but you're gonna need more air or more earth energy. So if you draw the Queen of Wands and she is surrounded by earth energy in the spread, that can be a symbol that you need to cultivate that more, if you know what I mean. Now let's talk about the King of Wands. Here we have the combination of air energy, because kings are associated with air, and the wand energy that is associated with fire. So I would say that the King of Wands really has a passion for creativity and a discipline for creativity. And it's not so much just about self-realization and self-expression, but as with all kings, it is about building something with that creativity. This could be a business, this could be, a book that you want to write, this could be some bigger project that requires a more structured, more logical approach, as well as your creativity and your inspiration. So using your creativity strategically, like in a career or a job scenario in order to make money, that's sort of what the King of Wands has to do with. And letting the world and letting the realm see it. The kings are about being seen, seeing and being seen. and showing your creative ability to the world, this could be the call that the King of Wands has for you in certain spreads. It could also be about deciding what creative projects you want to pursue and which ones you don't want to pursue on a logical basis. Simply saying, I have 2 great ideas, I only have time for one. Let's sit down and figure out which one I want to go with. So it could also be about a business venture. If the King of Wands comes up, maybe something that has gone a bit stale, is lacking inspiration, it's lacking passion, and it's time to either let it go or reinstill that passion in the project. That is what the King of Wands is all about. So this concludes the video about the court cards of the Wands suit. In the next video, we will talk about the cups. I will link all of the videos in this series once they are up down below, so you can go through the intro video and through the 4 different suits. I will also put a link to my Instagram, my Patreon below. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to me if you want to dwell in my domain a little longer. I'm going to make more tarot content, and let me know if you have any questions about this, any ideas of what topics I should cover, what your most burning questions are about these tarot topics. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you very, very soon.